Greetings. We've got some creative energy today with the moon in Libra. Technically, the moon enters Libra Monday night Pacific time, 10:42 p.m. And as it enters Libra in those wee hours of the morning Pacific time, it activates the double sextile between outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus. So let's take a look at that creative energy and what it could open up for us today. I am Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, July 29th. So, some creative energy coming in with a grand trine as the moon enters Libra, forming a trine to Pluto in Aquarius, an opposition to Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and another trine to Uranus in Gemini. Air signs, Pluto and Uranus being in Aquarius, Gemini, so air signs, and then the moon in air sign Libra activates that grand trine temporarily as the moon passes through it. And a grand trine in air brings in the opening energy. It is the energy of shift, of unlock, of where something that previously has been frustrated or blocked can open to flow, to find new solutions, to see another way of doing things. And so that's possible. It is also possible, of course, with a grand trine for us to fall asleep at the wheel because that trine energy can bring that feeling of like, oh, okay, everything is fine. I don't need to worry about it, right? So kind of if we lose our ability to pay attention, then we are not able to capitalize on this creative energy. So important to stay grounded in what you want to have unlocked, right? So paying attention to where you have been feeling blocked or frustrated or challenged and just opening, setting your intentions to open to, what would it look like if I had an answer to this thing that is bothering me? Or what would it look like to get this problem solved? Or to unlock some way forward that I haven't previously been able to see. So, connecting with possibility is the best way to activate this air grand trine and activating as well that opposition between the moon and Saturn and Neptune in early Aries. So that Aries energy of wanting to move forward, wanting to take action, and then the Libra energy of balance and going, well, wait a minute, have you thought this through? Have you considered all possibilities, all sides? And so finding that right balance between taking action, but also being thoughtful and considering options and possibilities, and but also not just getting stuck in the thinking or the Libra side of things is like, well, this might work or that might work, but Libra is classically known for having a hard time making decisions. So we need both, right? We need that ability to find balance, to seek perspectives, to think things through and consider the possibilities. At the same time, we also need to take action. Sometimes the only way to move through something is that decisiveness, that willingness to take action, to do something, to take a risk and take a step, right? And then sometimes that's what we need to do to shift the energy or break through or see something from a different perspective where we can't see it when we're just stuck in our minds trying to figure it all out. So we've got that Libra Aries dynamic and this grand trine opening us to possibility, to shift, to what could be helpful to us. and thinking also about that Libra energy of building bridges. Libra is great at going, wait a minute, have I really thought about your side of things? Have I considered your perspective or where we might have common ground or how we can work on this together? So that could be a theme or an energy that shows up today, and how you do that work of slowing down to pay attention, to think about the other side, to think about other possibilities, and to open to what those answers might look like that you couldn't see before. So by opening to new possibility, you are inviting in answers that you can't see from your own past, from your own limitations, right? Whatever they may be. We all have human limitations, especially on our thinking, right? We have our own perspectives and our own blinders that we bring with us. That's very normal. So just opening to, what would it look like? What am I not seeing? And that could be something that could shift for you today. And then as we move through the day, we move past that grand trine. The moon continues through Libra. And then later in the day, it activates a square to Jupiter in Cancer. So that could be a little bit more challenging, reminding us, oh, here is another thing that we need to address or figure out a solution to before we can really move things forward. Jupiter in Cancer wanting us to expand our concept of caring and healthcare and caring for ourselves and others, how to get needs met, all of those things. So, how do we expand into that? How do we open? And possibility is another theme here because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and it can help us expand into new thinking and new possibilities if we are opening to that leap of faith. So, a little bit more challenging as the day goes on. We've got that supportive energy in the morning, but remember, or at least morning Pacific time, as we have that energy of possibility and support for shift, for opening, for change, for seeing the answers, hopefully. And something that's been bothering you can shift. So, and then later in the day, we've got that square that brings in a little bit more of the challenging reminders of what we still need to deal with or still need to address to have that expansion into new possibilities that we may imagine or dream about or be working toward or hoping for. So invest in your hope. That is a good message for these days. And remember that shift is possible. Not only is it possible, it's inevitable. So what you are doing to prepare for those shifts, to bolster yourself, to be open to seeing them when they show up, right? Not having those blinders on from the past that make you think all is doomed when maybe there is something here that is shifting that you can't even see. I'm Marina Orms. Thank you so much for being here. You can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. And thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Check out my member site as well and sign up for a free account there or become a supporter. And thanks for being here. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.